So welcome to this new module. On the previous module, we learned how to impute columns and walls. On this new module, we'll be learning how to impute beams. Let's go. Please don't forget to subscribe and also like for the video. So click on the beams on the ribbon. You see the letter type. We are going to use a normal type of beam. But if you click drop down menu, you see a wall coupling, but we're going to use a normal type for beam. This B is the breadth, like how wide is your beam. So we're using a 230 wide beam, and the depth of your beam, let's use conventional 450 depth of beam. Okay, this is for the member section. In case you want to change the particular type of beam, how it is, you want a T beam, do you want an L beam, you can click here and change it and all of that. So we are going to be imputing a straight beam first. So you click on the first member, and you click where you want it to stop, and it's going to impute a beam at that position. You can do impute beam at that position, or you can as well move from the first point to the last point. Automatically Prota is going to divide the beam at the column head. It's going to split the beam at the column head for you. So you drag to where you want it to stop. Okay, press your escape key so you can go start somewhere else where you want to stop. Escape. Where you want to stop, escape. Okay, you can drag this to the end, escape. Drag this from here to where the wall starts, you escape. Drag it from here to here, escape. From here to here, escape. From here to here, escape. From the wall to the column, escape. From the wall here to the column here, escape. Okay, you can also, yes, here to here, also here to here, and you escape. So you have fixed straight beams. You can also impute curved beams. How do you do that? You come to, let's close this first and escape. So this is our beam section. So we can also include curved beams by coming to the beam, and you see curved beam insertion. If you click on the curved beam insertion, it's going to ask to pick 2 points for axis insertion. You pick the first point where you want the curved beam to start, pick the second point where you want the curved beam to start, then you move your mouse inside. You realize how you want your beam to look like. Okay, so as usual, you press your F2. So you can, if you have a particular radius for your beam, press your F2. You now decide what's the radius. Let's pick 1000, and we press enter. That has been done. You can do same here. Pick this, pick the second point, you hover inside the position you want it to go. F2, 1000, you press enter. Oh, sorry, let's delete that and do it again. Press your delete that, do it again. Fix it at the first point, pick that second point, you hover into it. Okay, so F2, 1000. Okay, now so you've gotten that. So you press your escape key twice, and this is what you have. You can also check this by coming to your view tab, so you can see the progress you made. Come to your view tab, you right click it, and you press for your 3D physical model. It's going to load up the 3D model of the drawing. It might take a few minutes. Okay, so this is what we have. As usual, you hold your right key to rotate. So this is how the model looks like. You have your columns, you have your beam, you have your wall. So this is how you look like. This is how it looks like. And come back to your plan view. and you save. You can use Ctrl S to also save, Ctrl S to also save your projects. So that's it for creation of beams. In this model, we're going to be learning how to impute slabs. So you come here, you pick your slab toolbar. You have a drop down menu for slabs. This is labeled. These are different types of slabs. This first one here, it's a one-way spanning slab. From 1 to 12, normal types, you know, this it's supported at all sides, supported at one long side and two short sides. So that's just it. A 12 means a cantilever slab. Different types of slabs. So, but then since you are new to the software, we always advise you pick one. HA means depth of the slab. So we can just click it and use the 150 depth of slab. Concrete cover, I leave it at 25. Come to your loading. Self weights are already been calculated for you because you picked a 150 depth of slab. So it multiplies that 150 times the unit weight of concrete. For protaStructure, automatically once you pick the Euro code, unit weight of concrete is 24. So 24 times 0.15, going to give you 3.6. You can confirm that to be very sure of your answer. So now for the dead load, you can enter a value, or you can pick a drop down menu and pick room. Then automatically the software would calculate the dead load for you. For imposed load, if you have a value for imposed, you can impute the value for imposed, or you right click on that place. Then from Euro code, to give you a list of assumed imposed loads you can use. This is more like the minimum load, not like it's the maximum or this is what you should use. This is like the minimum code. This is the minimum load the code says you should use. So if for general domestic use, the minimum imposed load for that place is 1.5. That's what the code says for safety. But then you can decide, depending on what you have in your room, it can be more than that, but the minimum is 1.5. Residential communal is 1.5, and all of that. If you check a classroom, it's for 3, for cafe and restaurants for 2. If it's a shopping area, you use 4. If it's a parking for a medium vehicle, you use 5. If you're parking cars and light vans, you can use 2.0. If it's a flat room for general allowance, a plant room where you have machines and engine, use a 7.50 and all of that. But we are going to be designing for general domestic, so we click this and it's going to give us 1.5. There are different ways of imputing slabs, but on this model I'm going to show you two ways of imputing slabs. No, not two. I'm going to be showing you 3 ways of imputing slabs. Subsequently, on other tutorials, I'll show you other ways you can impute slab. So if you come to this insertion, you can click here. You have the first one, the axis region. So we are going to click on it, and we're going to impute based on axis region. If you notice, this is an axis. E is an axis, 2 is an axis, D is an axis, 1 is an axis. So if you come here and hover around it, it's going to highlight an area that there is an axis. So you can just click it here and a slab will be added. Click and a slab will be added. Alternatively, you can come to the insertion place, you click your beam region and you hover your mouse over it. You can still click and slabs will be added. Alternatively, you can also come and say you want to pick axis. Okay, by pick axis, what it means that you come to the first, you have to pick all the axes around that you want your slab to be placed. You can click on the first one. Let's just start from D. You have to pick in the correct direction. Pick D. The next axis is 2. Where you want the slab to stop it at C. Then the next here is going to stop at 1. And you can pick the first axis, which was D. Automatically, the slab will be done. Right, and you can do that. But then it's always faster if you pick beam region. Depends, because usually it's always around the region of beam you want to. So you can hover around, and that's that. You've created beams. You can press your close and end it. Okay, you can come here to your ribbon, and you can set slab types automatically. I told you earlier that since you're new to the software, for your slab type, it's always advisable you use slab type 1. So you can click select slab automatically. It's going to give you a drop down menu. Do you want to apply this to selected slabs only? Do you want to apply it to all slabs in this story, or do you want to apply it to all slabs in this model? So we are going to apply this to all slabs in this story. Click OK, and you see it's telling you the different types of. So for the first slab it was the type 4 slab, the second one was the type 7 slab. So it's going to give you a list of the types of slab, then you just press OK, and that's that for the creation of slabs for this model. You can check what you've done by going to your 3D and you view. If you have reached this point, I'm going to say well done for sticking with us, and well done. So please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and also comment on this video. Thank you.